Irish or not, but it's very much associated with Irish, and it's very well known.
I've heard people say it's
They'll argue
Irish,
over it.
and I've heard some people say that it's Scottish, and I've had people swear to me that it's actually Canadian.
But you be the judge.
I wandered today to the hill, Maggie, to watch the scene below. The creek and the creaking old mill, Maggie, as we used to long ago. The green grove is gone from the hill, Maggie, where first the daisies sprung. The creaking old mill is still, Maggie, since you and I were young. They say I am feeble with age, Maggie. My steps are less sprightly than then. My face is a well-written page, Maggie, but time alone was the pen. They say we are aged and grey, Maggie, as grey by the wide breakers fly. But to me you're as fair as you were, Maggie, when you and I were young. And now we are aged and grey, Maggie, and the trials of life are nearly done. Let us sing of the days that are gone, Maggie, when you and I were young.
Yeah, lovely, Ellen. You can't see the comments at the moment because you're singing, but there are a lot of very nice compliments being circulated amongst the audience. So
Thank you very much, everyone.
you're doing very well.
Kind of you.
And Maggie actually is, you're right, Maggie has been taken up by the Irish and the Scottish, but it was actually written by some, well, there's a bit of controversy who wrote it, but I think it was written by a Canadian.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes, we've heard that, but we don't like to get involved in the arguments.
We
No.
don't take sides, but
Yeah.
I will trust your expertise.
It's one of those songs that just keeps going and going and going.
Yeah, that's right. And it probably wasn't even written by a Canadian, somebody else maybe, who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
They claim.
It was actually written by a Canadian called George Washington Johnson, and he wrote it for his wife.
Really?
And but it was picked up by Sean O'Casey here in Ireland, and he wrote a song called Nora to the same air, with similar kind of lyrics, and he performed that song in a play called The Plough and the Stars, which was an anti-war play that Sean O'Casey wrote.
Right.
So it's kind of, the Irish version is called Nora,
So
and by Sean O'Casey, but he derived it from the Canadian version, which was written by George Washington Johnson back in like the 1850s or something like that.
There you go.
Johnny McAvoy used to sing it.
I've heard so many people sing it. I think I've even heard the old timers from the 30s sing it. You know, the old Bing Crosby like people. So.
Yeah. Oh well, a good tune will travel far. Finnegan lived on Walkin Street, a gentle Irishman, very odd. He had a brogue both rich and sweet. To rise in the world he carried a hod. Tim had a sort of tippling way. With the love of the liquor he was born, to send him off on his way each day at a drop of the quaither every morn. Whack full of darno, dance to your partner, well to the floor your trot to shake. Wasn't it the truth? I told you, lots of fun at Finnegan's way. One morning Tim was rather full, his head felt heavy which made him shake. He fell from a ladder and broke his skull, and they carried him home, his corpse to wake. Rolled him up in a nice clean sheet, and they laid him out upon the bed. A gallon of whiskey at his feet, and a barrel of porter at his head. Whack full of darno, dance to your partner, whirl the floor your trot to shake. Wasn't it the truth? I told you, lots of fun at Finnegan's wake. Friends assembled at the wake, and Mrs. Finnegan called for lunch. First they brought in tea and cakes, then pipes of tobacco and whiskey punch. Biddy O'Brien began to cry, such a nice clean corpse did you ever see? Tim O'Brien, why did you die? Well, hold your gob, says Paddy McGee. Whack full of darno, dance to your partner, whirl the floor your trot to shake. Wasn't it the truth? I told you, lots of fun at Finnegan's wake. Maggie O'Connor took the cry. Oh, Biddy, says she, you're wrong, I'm sure. Biddy gave her a belt in the gob and sent her sprawling on the floor. Then the war did Sue engage, a woman to woman and man to man. Shillelagh law was all the rage, and a row and a ruction soon began. Whack full of dollar, dance to your partner, whirl the floor your trot to shake. Wasn't it the truth? I told you, lots of fun at Finnegan's wake. Then Mickey Maloney raised his head, with a noggin of whiskey flew at him. It missed him and fell to the bed, the liquor scattered over Tim. Now Tim revived, see how he rises. Timothy risen from the bed, says, whirl your whiskey round like blazes. Down I'm not young, who think I'm dead. Whack full of darno, dance to your partner, whirl the floor your trot to shake. Wasn't it the truth? I told you, lots of fun at Finnegan's wake. That's a bit faster than I wanted to do it.
Sorry, I let Ellen down the wrong track then. I started off too quickly.
We get a bit excited sometimes.
How are we going now?
Well, we've got not that much longer to go, I think. So we'll do maybe one more, Eamon. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, no, that sounds good. And hopefully you'll stay around for Around the Circle, and we might be able to milk another couple of songs out of you.
All right.
I'm hoping for that variation on Mary Had a Little Lamb that you did at Comhaltas.
The ghost lamb in the sky.
Yeah, not now, but
later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh well.
We might. Let's just see what
one to finish on.
Let's do. I actually love this tune. It's a simple tune, but it's so beautiful.
Yeah, this is a beautiful tune. 'Twas early one morning young Willie arose, and up to his comrade's bedchamber he goes. Arise, my dear comrades, and let no one know. 'Tis a fine summer morning, and a bathing will go. Oh, Willie plunged in, and he swam the lake round. He swam to an island, it was soft marshy ground. Oh, comrade, dear comrade, do not venture in. There is deep and false water in the lakes of Cool Fin. It was early that morning Willie's sister arose, and up to her mother's bedchamber she goes. I dreamed a sad dream about Willie last night. He was dressed in a shroud of snow white. It was early that morning Willie's mother came in. She was wringing her hands and tearing her hair. Oh, woe is the hour young Willie plunged in, for there is deep and false water in the lakes of Cool Fin. I saw a fair maid standing there by the shore. Her face it was pale, she was weeping full sore. In deep anguish she gazed where young Willie plunged in. There is deep and false water in the lakes of Cool Fin.
Well, I'm sure everyone will join me in thanking you for such a wonderful performance, Alan.